Sorry guys, sorry. Hello.
Pro bass player.
Yeah. Thank you.
You want to play lead or rhythm?
Come on. Sorry, iPad's not wanting to work with me right now. Can you just check your microphone real quick? I'll adjust.
Check, my check. The sky is crying.
Okay, keep going.
Can't you see the teardrops down the street? The sky is crying. Can't you see the road? Can't you see the teardrops down the street?
Can you hear it okay on the monitor? Can you hear yourself in the
Yeah.
monitor? Okay. Let me know if you need to adjust your nose. Do my best. So I'll do that. All right.
I just will freestyle some melody.
Yeah. Well, it's blues, so
Okay.
it is very allowed to do that.
Okay.
Hey,
It's all right.
It's all good. All right. We haven't even started yet.
It's too good.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's talk about the beginning, about the solo in the middle, and just a little bit about the end. So at the beginning, it just starts with vocal, right? So what I would suggest when you count off is maybe give us all the eighth notes, because it's so slow, right? And it'll just go 1, 2, 3. The sky is crying, right? So you're coming on the third partial of the third beat, basically, right? Then we'll just kind of play it down. So I heard you guys discussing lead rhythm for this time around. Okay, let's keep it that way. So just solo twice through the solo section. Okay, so you don't have a keyboard player anymore, so you can take both times. As we get to the end, right, we're gonna have the break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And we'll hold on that C. It's got a fermata on it. And then we'll go to the beat. So, Michelle, if you want to cue us on that, on the two fermatas. The first part we won't retard or anything. We'll just stay in time. But if you could just cue us for the very last one, that would be good. Yeah. Cool? And then as we're on the last one, we'll hold it out. And we'll do a kind of put a button on the ending for the stop. So you can cue us for that as well. So cue us to fermatas and the last one. Yeah. Cool? Make sense? All right. Let's see what we got. Probably manage. Let me make sure I can see it. do a 1 bar count since it's so slow. So we 1, 2, 3.
The sky is crying.
Great. And you can count for us. I'll just do a demonstration.
The sky is crying. Can't you see the tear roll down the street? The sky is crying. Can't you see the tear roll down the street? She be I saw my baby early one morning. She was walking down the street. Early this morning. Down the street.
Obviously, not knowing the melody super well is not helping the cause there, but the band completely drops out at that point. Okay, that's on the 4 chord. So if we're on the 5, 3, 2, 3, 4. That's all you right there. The band completely stops through that point. Okay, so I think that like one thing you can try. Is here's how typical blues form works, right? So 12-bar blues follows a very specific lyrical pattern, right? Hold on just a second. So it follows a super specific lyric pattern. Usually, the first lyric happens in the first 4 bars, and then it happens again, the same lyric, and then different lyric happens, right? So you actually sang the first line pretty well, right? You could sing that same line the same way the second time. You don't have to read the exact notation of the ways that it's changing. A lot of songs will just have the melody the exact same way both times. And then kind of the last line is where the melody and the lyrics usually vary, right? So I would kind of take that approach to simplify. Once you kind of have a melody, rather than just feel like you keep having to make up a melody, just sing the same melody and adjust for the lyrics, right? And it will work for this type of song. Most blues singers take a really core, simple melody and then sort of improvise over the top of it. Now, I think an important thing to also think about, in this song, in the recording, performed by Stevie Ray Vaughan, right? Now, Stevie Ray Vaughan played guitar and he sang. He did both. So, in that aspect, it's really was kind of easy for him. Whenever he was done singing whatever melody he wanted to sing, then he would play a guitar fill. Whenever he was done playing that guitar fill, he'd sing the next melody. So, the problem right now is we split that to be two people. Really, three people, right? Because he would also play chords sometimes, right? So, if your melody's not placed in the right spot, he's having to guess at where to play the fills. Now, he's playing the fills like they are on the recording, but then sometimes you wait before you sing the next melody, and you don't sing in the right spot. So, here's how it generally works. Generally, there's a bar of melody, a bar of guitar fill, a bar of melody, a bar of guitar fill for this song, because it's so slow, right? The sky is crying, fill, fill, fill. Can't you see the tears go down? Fill, 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 fill. The sky is crying, right? So your spaces are pretty preset. They're kind of like a pickup into each bar for those spots. So what I want you to try to do is sing, even if you just sang the lyrics of the first 12 bars every single time, it would work, right? We got to do what we got to do to make it work for right now, right? As I'm trying to do on the bass. So that's just something to consider as we go through this. Now, let's, as a band, let's start at bar 45. I just want to work out the ending to make sure that we've got it. So actually, I think this is a mistake on the recording, but you actually play on beat 1 of bar 47, and nobody else does. You are right to do that. I think there's like a snare right before. Right? So just keep that in mind, that you've got kind of an extra note compared to us. We don't start until the third partial of the first beat. So technically on beat 3, if we're counting until that. So let's start from bar 45, and just as a band, try to get that ending together to make sure that's nice and solid. Okay? From bar 45, that's the 5 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to work. We're going to keep everything in time all the way to the C chord. So we got 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Right on B2, we'll stop on the C. And then you're going to cue us to the B that's on, really on B4, right? 4 of 12/8. But
The and of 2?
no, we're not doing it on the and.
Okay. That's how it's written.
Stop on the C.
It's written actually really weirdly.
You got an eighth note and then a quarter note rest.
And then I have a
Because we're in
quarter note
12/8.
rest.
It's because we're in 12/8.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's not written in 4/4 with swing feel. It's written in 12/8. So first note of the group of 3, quarter note takes up 2 more bases
That's
right
what
on
you
beat 2.
do.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So remember, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. We don't have to hang on that C super long. It's just like a little bit extended, but it is kind of out of time. Okay? Same spot, bar 45. When you count off, give us all the eight notes. Go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that'll help a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a little longer on the C. I a little more in time.
Okay.
Right? So actually make it a fermata. Fermata means to extend longer than it's written before. Right? One more time, same spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like you normally do. There's a fermata on beat 2, and then we need to watch him for the B chord on beat 3. Kind of 12 8. One more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Fill a little bit. This might be nice and short. Cool? Makes sense? Okay. All right. Let's start from the top one more time. See if we can get all this stuff kind of formulated properly. And then I think I've kind of got it together at this point.
But I always use that tempo like in the guitar solo.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Should I play lead again?
Yeah, let's keep it the same way for now. And then we'll switch next time. So here's what's super important for you to be able to do on that type of thing, right? Have you taken Harmony and Theory 101? Yeah, right? And in the second week of that class, you talk about blues form, right? So the form of the blues is 12 bars, and it follows very specific chords. So now it depends where you want to listen, right? If you want to listen to the bass, I'm always playing the root note on the downbeat. The form of this one is what we call a quick change, where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to the 4 chord. And then back to 1. Spend 2 bars on the 4 chord. And here's the 1. Then we go to the 5. 5. To the 4. 1. And we'll do a 5 right at the end. So you can have to count to 12 twice, right? You do have a little bit of a pickup. But you can also just keep track of the form, right? Of the way the form works. It's cyclical. What might help, what I often advise people to do when you have a cycled form, the solos over the top of it, now, sing the melody in your head. Problem is you don't know the melody very well, so then you have to basically know the form for this to do it. So just following the blues form, right? And maybe just tell yourself, okay, the 4 chord should happen right now. If you hear it happen, great. If you don't hear it happen, you've missed it, right? And you have to figure out, oh, okay, now there's the 4. It being so slow, it's easy to accidentally hear it as double the speed, right? And because it does take quite a long time for the 4 bars. All right, here we go. Thumbs up.
The sky is crying. Can you see the tear roll down the street? The sky is crying. Can you see the tear roll down the street? I've been looking for my baby, yeah. I don't know where she can be. I saw my baby early one morning. She was walking down the street. This morning, down the street. You know how to hurt me so bad. Let's give a beat.
think about it as 3 hits, right? The first one is not on cue, it's in time, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. And then you cue the one on beat 3 and hold that out, play some fills, right? Play it like a kind of trash can ending, big fills and all that. And then wind down your fill and then do a short ending at the very end.
Okay.
Right? Okay? Make sense? Okay, so you're really only cueing 2 of them. One of them happens right on beat 2. And then you're doing the next one and then the cutoff, basically. Make sense? Okay, all right. A little better. The entrance is, remember that your entrance isn't right at the beginning of the form. It's often just like a beat before. The sky is crying. That's the downbeat, right? I saw my baby, da, 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 right? Da, 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 da. That's where kind of the downbeat is, okay? So kind of just watch out for that. Okay, let's have you guys switch. Sounds great. Totally within the realm of the vocabulary. It sounds nice too. I like the sound of it. You never give me a bass. So yeah, I think it's sounding great. Can I hear the chords, the voicings that you're using? Yeah, I think watch out for that one occasionally. It's getting on the wrong string, right? Yeah, good. Making sure you got the form exactly right too. Occasionally it sounds like it'll be on different chords. Okay. So let's have you play the lead this time, and then you'll take the rhythm. Jack, you want to come give it a shot? Please. Yeah.
So I cue the beat, or hit on what, the quarter note or the beat 2.
So yeah, let's talk about the
2, 3, and then a button, you said.
Yes, so the one on beat 2 is just in time. So we've got 1
Right.
and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, and then you'll cue the next 3. And then just play some fills,
Got it.
whatever you want. And then we'll put
No
it
cue. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So you're cueing the one that's on the 3rd pulse. We'll call that beat 7 if you want, but
Right,
we'll
right.
call it the 3rd pulse. And then just the button.
Should it be on the cymbal? Do you mind if the verse is on the cymbal and I change texture, or should it all be on the ride?
I'll leave it up to you. I want to hear what you do. And then,
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about it.
Cool. 1, 2, 3.
The sky is crying. Can you see the tear roll down the street? The sky is crying. Can you see the tear roll down the street? I'll be looking for my baby, yeah. And I wonder, where can she be? I saw my baby early one morning. She was walking on down the street. I saw my baby early this morning. She was walking on down the street. You know how to hurt me so bad.
Guitar solo.
love me no more. I got a real bad feeling that my baby don't love me no more. You know the sky been crying, yeah. Can you see the tear roll down my nose?
Okay, all right. So, Jack, a couple things. I think that the tempo you counted, the tempo you started playing,
Oh,
weren't quite the
right,
same,
right, that makes
right?
sense.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
1, 2, 3. You counted here, and then we were
Yeah, I
like,
went slower, didn't I?
yeah, massively slower.
That makes sense. Okay.
And I sort of felt like I was dragging you along until about the solo section.
Okay.
Then we finally kind of maybe got to what felt like more of the tempo. Maybe it was just more similar to the tempo we'd already been playing.
That makes
and
sense.
felt
Okay.
comfortable. But yeah, just make sure that those things are matching up.
And I know I didn't count the transitions right. I know I
Yeah,
need to do
yeah.
that. If I'm going to switch textures, I know I need to do that correctly.
Yeah. So exactly. And you know, throwing a fill at the end of each 12 bars is a good idea, right? Just to set it up for us and set it up for yourself. You know, I think that having I have an interesting feeling when playing this style of music. I grew up in Georgia, where, you know, that's kind of the area of the country where this music originates. Not exactly, right? More the Mississippi Delta and stuff, but like, I can't remember a time in my life when I hadn't heard blues in blues form. So it's sort of like foreign to me, getting lost in blues
yeah,
form,
yeah,
right?
makes sense.
It's just like kind of ingrained in my DNA, right? It's like drinking whiskey. Like, how can I not drink whiskey? Like, I'm from Georgia. What do you mean, right? Anyway, different conversation. But I think that, like, you know, even while you're listening to the music, just like going, okay, just listen to it a lot and go, start of the form, right? I have other styles, it's harder for me to recognize the start of the form compared to blues. Like, it just
That makes
kind
sense,
of built in. So I think a level of listening and just getting that 12 bars down. The one that sometimes does mix me up is a real slow blues. It's easy to kind of like want to feel twice as fast,
Right.
Or if it doesn't follow as well. Let's try it this time to ride the whole time.
Right, yeah,
Because
okay.
I do feel like the energy is maybe just dying a little bit.
Got it.
And I think that the hi-hat has a little bit of something to do with that. But I think that's also a note as a band, right? Just like, if you feel like nothing's happening, sometimes I'll sit there and while I'm playing, and I get that feeling that nothing's happening, I'll just go, do something. Like push it forward, right? If nobody's going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Like
right?
the crowd is bored or something.
Yeah, but it's like even worse than on stage we sound bored, and that felt like a kind of bored version of this song
Okay,
to me,
yeah.
right? And that's a note to everyone, right? Is to if you feel like you can help the music move forward in some way, try to do it, right? If that means go up and register on the fills, if that means play more during the comping, whatever it means, right? If it means switch to, instead of kind of more chord stabs, like a don't, like if you got to switch to it, it's not really this song, but it could push something forward. So I think for everybody, when it feels like the energy is dying, don't wait on it to come back, right? Do something about it, right? And that can help the cause a lot. Okay. All right, let's try it again from the top.
1, 2, 3.
The sky is crying. Can you see the tear roll down the street? The sky is crying. Can you see the tear roll down the street? I've been looking for my baby, yeah. And I wonder, where can she be? don't love me no more. You know the sky's got me crying, yeah. Can see the tear roll down my nose.
All right, so skip the second.
I can play the
chorus.
tempo, yeah.
Yeah, you skipped it completely, so that confuses us a little bit because Ingwen just kind of starts soloing.
Yeah.
She's supposed to solo twice, and you didn't come in after another time, so she just soloed another one, right? So she got a nice long solo for that. So, you know, at the end of the day, if you're confused, sing something, right? Just start singing something, right? I always say, as a performer, part of our job is convincing the audience that we know what we're doing.
I just know when I like stop saying the guitar will play the melody.
Right.
Yeah.
That happens in the solo and while you're singing. So that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
She's filling between the regular part of your singing as well. Okay? So, I mean, it's a little hard to comment when you just don't know the song super well. And just know that that impacts us as well. Let's do this. We only have 2 minutes left. Let's do one time at letter C, one guitar solo, and then letter D, just to run that ending. Hang a little longer on the fermata.
Got it.
Right?
Okay.
So when we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, let that sit for a minute. And
Got
then fill, and put the button on it. Okay, so give it some time. Let it breathe, right? Literally take a breath.
Okay.
Right? If you take a breath between it, that's almost what a fermata is telling us to do. Take a breath, right? Put some breath in the music. All right, here we go. Letter C one time, so one time guitar solo 12 bars, and then into letter D. Yeah? All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And baby, she don't love me no more. I got a real bad feeling. And baby, don't love me no more. Those guys got been crying, yeah. See the tear roll down my nose.
Yeah, so, you know, on those type of endings, you know, we were holding on the B chord, you were kind of done, but she wasn't, right? So a big part of that is just listening, right?
Okay.
For sure, like, is everybody kind of had their turn? Is everybody sort of done, right?
I didn't even look up, actually.
Yeah.
I looked at you and then I didn't scan the band, so I
yeah.
see that, yeah.
So, yeah, also just listen, you know, if you still hear something happening, once again, I always think before that little button at the end, it's better to just everybody take a nice big breath, right? It's better for the fermata to last a little too long and the button be tight than somebody still be filling while the rest of the band has stopped. Right?
Got it.
Nobody's going to complain, wow, that fermata at the end of the show is really just too long, right? Who cares, right?
Okay.
The point is it being together and that everybody's got their chance to say what they're going to say. Okay, so yeah, next week, guys, Sailing Shoes, that has 2 guitars on it. So just check out both parts for that. Hopefully we'll have a bass player. Yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, it's in concert A flat, right? So if you ever want to play it, there's one part that uses like an open E voicing, but you could get away with it. Just not figure it out. Yeah, exactly. You're all good, man. Totally. So yeah, check that out. We're gonna slightly change the ending. We'll talk about that next week. Okay, so just prep both parts.